Did you know that we're meant to eat a calorie surplus in nature? That any restriction will take you far away from your goal of weight loss and health long term. Let that sink. Hey, it's Mary here. And in this video, I'm helping you understand why a calorie deficit is the last thing you want if you want to get or stay healthy. I tailored this to vegans, but all info applies to anyone really, so feel addressed no matter what. Also, I'm addressing why overmotivated fitness and exercise can contribute to health issues instead of improvement. So everyone talks about how important exercise is. No one talks about the people taking it too far. All about the balance. Duh. So you probably know all these food swaps and eat this, not that. Eating less calories is not how to lose weight and stay healthy. You won't only lose weight, but also functions and systems and organs of your body long term. And creating a calorie deficit by eating less calories are not the solution or the way to long-term healthy weight. Eating enough for your body to sustain all your systems wastefully with a high metabolism without calorie restriction is the solution to long-term weight loss or staying healthy. The high metabolism causes healthy weight loss if needed in the long run. So first of all, there are 4 pillars of health. First, it's nutrition. That is micronutrients, macronutrients, no overstimulation like caffeine, no glyphosate, no Roundup, toxins like these. Second, it's movement, but not too hard. Third, it's rest. That is recovery and sleep, which are crucial. So there's actually no fitness without them. And 4, it's the mental and spiritual well-being. All of these make up a state of health. So I want you to be sure with that. I'm only touching on the nutrition part in this series. I want you to have the whole holistic picture in mind though. So what many people don't know, a chronic calorie deficit is the main cause of body systems failing and as a consequence for disease. We've heard it all before, over and over actually, but if you don't yet believe it, you can believe whatever you want. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just here to provide some info, maybe some missing puzzle pieces for you. If you can't believe it, that might mean that you haven't fully got it, like in the core. For some reason, most of the time due to diet culture and disordered thoughts, it hasn't sunk in for you yet. Once you fully understand what direct effect a calorie deficit has on your immune and digestive system, you'll want to never aim for one again, but instead put it to the test. Because you finally see where all your health issues began, which you thought were separate. But, duh, they aren't. And once you're applying that knowledge about your body and metabolism and experience yourself how your symptoms are fully reversed or how you even lose instead of gain weight despite eating twice the amount of calories, once that happens, you'll be absolutely mind blown, like I was. So, did you know that a chronic calorie deficit causes anorexia in some people due to the evolutionary starvation response in the body? It's like mental disease literally can be caused by physical starvation. Let that sink for a moment. Second, a chronic calorie deficit slows your metabolism, which is priming you to gain versus lose weight. The hibernation response of the body to physical starvation is real and evolutionary. 3, a chronic calorie deficit causes body systems to fail, like immune, digestive, reproductive, and hormone systems, etc. Just a non-exclusive list of symptoms when systems are failing. It's just a matter of the severity and length of a calorie deficit. Even a tiny deficit adds up over a long time. All the while, a suppressed immune system that can't fight off invaders or pathogens, vegans tend to think that they are immune to all of this because they're eating well. But don't fool yourself when you undereat. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to undereat on a vegan diet when being entrenched in a diet culture's belief about the holy and worshipped calorie deficit. To attain the body of your dreams. This guy, Gabriel Say, he actually avoided the trap most people tap into when going vegan, which is overemphasizing greens and vegetables and other low-calorie foods in general. Your body operates with many intertwined systems to maintain homeostasis and balance. Being in an energy deficit will throw these systems off, one after another. The longer and the more severe, the worse the damage and pain afterwards. Some can be even irreversible. The earlier and the more serious you get back into energy balance, the more and the faster your body will use the energy for these systems to work again, to get you back to health and repair damage that was done in a state of calorie deficit, where it had to save energy, basically. Because they are not the body's first thing to keep running for survival. Like, for example, fertility and the period. Producing a baby is in fact a big waste of energy. A huge luxury that is only worth pumping all this energy out in a safe environment where food is abundant and starvation or excess energy expenditure is absent. Same with digestion. Your body will slow down your gut transit time, which leads to fermentation, bacterial overgrowth, and severe constipation to the point of desperation. Same with the immune system. And yes, a small deficit is enough to cause these problems, and I'll link the research study below. A hibernating immune system is bad news. It means that you have a wide open gateway for anything outside to enter and invade to your insides without being fought off properly. Hello, health crisis. A hibernating metabolism and body is also the reason why people have trouble losing or even maintaining their weight, on very few calories in fact. And why you hear things like,
one of my brothers can eat like 4,000 calories a day and still struggle to keep weight on, whereas for me, I need to go below 1,500 and 1,700 even when training 3 times a day.
Even 2,000 calories for a small female would be far too low to keep her healthy long term. I know plenty of women who chronically eat below 2,200 calories, not realizing that health issues arising are directly connected. Anything below 2,200 calories is officially considered a famine by the World Health Organization. An energy deficit is a negative balance of energy in and put out. In other words, your body is burning more energy than you put in, regardless whether with or without the help of exercise, whether it's wanted or unwanted. I mean, the wanted goes without saying, but I believe that unwanted undereating is huge among vegans. Did you know that you can always eat until you're full while unconsciously undereating? The sheer volume of foods makes vegans oftentimes think that eating to their physical and mental appetite is extreme, whereas it's necessary for them to stay healthy and not run into health and malnutrition and metabolic issues. Restrictive, anorexic, and orthorexic eating behaviors. Most people dealing with an eating disorder won't perceive themselves as doing so, and it sounds exaggerated to them, as they would never consider themselves as sick enough or, especially when not being underweight, and most especially when overweight. But it's all about being honest to yourself, really. Do you have food fears? Do you think that the less you eat, the healthier it is for you, or the healthier you'll be or the better you'll look? Do you obsess over macronutrients or fear of fats, oil, salt, sugar, anything processed? It's not about the weight at all. The only thing that counts is what's happening in your mental space. The big factors that I see leading to excessive energy expenditure, especially in the vegan community, is the association of eating with exercise and vice versa. Exercise and eating, or the amount of calories, need to be completely separate if we want to find back to our body signals again. If we didn't have the internet showing us what everyone else in the world is doing, we would be much better at doing our thing and to listen to our bodies. Exercise is often not what we need to get fit, but rest. Many people overdo it with the exercise. Yes, it's important to be healthy, but you also have to see the other side of the coin. The female athlete triad is an acknowledged metabolic and hormonal dysfunction female athletes go through in the state of a relative energy deficiency. What many don't know is that you don't have to be nowhere near a professional 24/7 athlete in order to suffer from the physical health consequences included in this disease. One of them being hypothalamic amenorrhea, meaning that your body stops ovulating, like it stops it on purpose, because it senses that it's unsafe and food is too scarce for it to waste energy on these non-vital function of creating a baby. Look up female athlete triad on Google. I don't mean to shock you guys, but did you know that we're meant to eat a calorie surplus in nature? I have a video coming in which I'll explain why you want to get to the place where your body does not gain weight from a calorie surplus, eating whatever you want, as much as you want, whenever you want, with many foods from nature, but with fun foods included as desired. Did you know that in a healthy state, where your body systems and metabolism is humming along on peak, your body would not gain weight from a little fun foods on top every day, and not even from a daily calorie surplus. Naturally, our bodies are meant to eat in a caloric surplus every day. The opposite of a calorie deficit. Hundreds of excess calories. I'll link a video of the amazing Lily from Lilykoy, Hawaii down below, where she explains how this works. It's amazing. In the end, healthy long-term weight loss without the metabolism being suppressed does factually happen by a calorie deficit, but at a very high amount of calories, beyond anything under 2,500. Because your metabolism is so high, it releases any excess weight that's not beneficial to your body's health. That's how weight loss should occur, if at all. That's why it's so important to know how your metabolism works, to get the click you need for real recovery. That any restriction will take you far away from your goal of weight loss and health long term. Let that sink. It is understanding why your metabolism does what it does, and knowing why what you're doing, not trying, in diet and restriction recovery is the only way out and back to real happy life and health. For me, understanding what's going on in my body and how it works hormonally and metabolically was the key to persist with real recovery all the way through, to override all my fears and be constantly above my fears and facing them, never stop challenging myself and not getting complacent.